any certain way going back to Philadelphia, place where you got injured last year? Is there anything in your mind about just going back to that location?
I mean, yeah, I got hurt there and everything, but for me, it's week 13. We're going on the road in a hostile environment. We're late in the season, so every game is obviously big for us, and so that's where I'm at with my mindset. Am I going to go back and feel a certain way? None of that. It's a new year, two new teams. Slightly different in ways. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Can you take us back to that, to going there, that game, and just kind of how you felt about the game plan and your plan of attack going up against that defense?
Yeah, I mean, we felt good about our game plan and stuff. Things obviously just didn't go our way in terms of keeping the quarterback healthy, so it's hard to say exactly what we were going to do and all that kind of stuff. But, once Josh went down, things sort of changed and I had to get thrown back in there. But in terms of our plan of attack, it's like, you go into a game feeling like what you're going to do is going to be good. And so we never really got to that, I feel like. So that's just, I'll just leave it at that. So.
Different 49ers players who've gone through significant injuries, like Jimmy Garoppolo in Kansas City, Navarro Bowman in Seattle, went to the stadium, gave themselves a moment to just kind of take it in about the past in that stadium. Will you give yourself a moment, or will you just game plan as usual?
Usually every single game, whenever I go in the stadium, I take a little moment just to be thankful for where I'm at and in the game that I'm about to play in. So none of that changes. Am I going to go in there and get all, sentimental about, man, I've come a long way? Since it's not really like that. We have a goal in mind, and I'm trying to be the best version of myself every week. So am I going to go into the game saying I want revenge and all this kind of stuff? It's not like that, So I'm just going to try to go do my job and be the best Brock that I can be for this team. So, yeah.
How much better of a quarterback do you think you are now than the guy who started that game?
Yeah, I think I've grown just mentally with this playbook, with the system, with just the guys that I'm playing with, in terms of them knowing what they're going to get from me. And I feel like at the time, I was still trying to find my way in the NFL and play consistent and prove to the guys that I can play. So now it's all about how can I be consistent, every single drive, every game, and sort of being able to handle all the factors that come with playing quarterback. The noises, keeping guys under calm, cool, collected, like that kind of stuff. So I feel like in that game or at that time, I don't know if I was that guy yet. So I feel like that's the difference.
You've played in a lot of big games already, but this has been circled for 11 months. Does it feel like a bigger stage, more talk, like bigger than some of the other games you played in?
I guess people can make it like that, really. For us, it's like I said, we're later in the year, so every single game is huge in terms of going in the playoffs and setting yourself up for where you're going to be at in the playoffs. So for us, that's how we're looking at it. That's how I'm looking at it. It's going to be a tough place to play. They're a really good team. They've found ways to win this year, and they're really good. And so for us, it's another great challenge. But to say, have I had this game circled for last year? Honestly, it hasn't been like that for me. It's been, how can I be the best from the beginning of the season to where we are now? I've taken it one day, 1 week at a time, and this is our next challenge, Week 13 in Philadelphia.
There's a chance for some rain on Sunday. You had a little bit of that in Cleveland. Was there anything from that experience that you took away that maybe you are adding to your preparation this week, or things that you might want to do different if it does rain on Sunday?
Yeah, I think, sort of just going into it, like just being ready for, obviously the rain. In Cleveland, it sort of came out of nowhere in a sense. Like mid-drive, it started raining, so it was a little tough to deal with that one drive. But to maybe have a plan of if I need a glove, if I don't, if it's downpouring, if it's a slight rain, that'll just probably be one of those decisions once we get there and you see the weather and how it is right before the game starts. But those are things that I'll definitely be thinking about.
Played with a glove before?
My Cosmic
I have,
Leads.
yeah, in college.
Well, weekend is My Cosmic Leads, and your cause is Child Advocates of Silicon Valley. How did you get involved with them, and what made that speak to you?
Yeah, I was just talking to my agent and sort of what I wanted to do and what avenues I wanted to help out, and I feel like I've had a heart for orphans and orphanages, and so we looked at some around the area, and since I'm here in the Bay Area playing, I was like, let's do one here in the Silicon Valley. So chose them and want to help them out with what I can, so after the game, do what I can to help raise awareness for their organization. It's a great nonprofit, so very thankful to be for partnering up with them. So
Sorry to interrupt.
You're good.
Brock, the media people I've talked to this week describing the dialogue around this game say that the Philly people feel like specifically you are the weak link. I know you say you play with a chip on your shoulder. How does that motivate you in any way that the perception is that you're the weak link?
yeah, that's the first time I've heard that, so I don't really know exactly how I feel about that. They could think that, that's fine. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm playing quarterback for the 49ers, and we have a good team. I'm just trying to do my job to help them win, so yeah.
Not to belabor the glove thing, but just what are the kind of benefits? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it?
Yeah, I think, I mean, if it's a downpouring rain, putting on a glove, I think for me at least, sort of just helps. Obviously, a little bit more tack on the ball and whatnot. If it's a light rain, I don't know if that's necessarily a necessity. I feel like I can grip the ball just as fine with or without a glove with a light rain. So if it's downpouring, I feel like having something to help the hand sort of grip the ball. That's really the only difference. So.
The talk, but a couple of your teammates do get involved with the back and forth with the Philadelphia Eagles. Do you kind of just take a seat back and kind of watch it go on, or do you enjoy kind of the spice that your teammates have with that?
Yeah, I mean, I hear stuff around the facility just in terms of like, Debo said this or whoever said this, and I get a laugh out of it and stuff. It's funny, but for myself, it's like I said, it's another game for me. I have to be prepared to play football, make the right decisions consistently. Handle the operation of the offense, so that's where my mind has to be, not all the other stuff. So I obviously don't get caught up in it, but I think for Debo or guys that have played the game for a while to have fun with it, like they can do them, and I laugh about it when I hear it. So, but I have a job that I have to do, and that's just how I handle it.
What are your impressions of their defensive line, Brock? And did you hear it all from Hassan Reddick after your injury by chance?
No, I didn't hear from him. I mean, it's just the game, how it goes. You get hurt, and that's about it. But in terms of their D-line this year, I mean, they're still very good. Obviously, we respect the heck out of them and what they do. I feel like it's their heart and soul, their defense. It starts with them. And I feel like they can control, the outcome, of the pass game, the run game. They do it all, and they're very explosive. They get off the ball really well. So it's going to be a great challenge for us. I think probably the biggest challenge of the year. So.
What's Debo been like in practice this week? What's the energy level been like from him in particular?
I mean, Debo's been Debo. He's at practice, running routes, being explosive. Like, he goes hard at practice, and it's not like he picks and chooses games that he goes hard at practice. He's been himself, and so he's not, trying to turn on a switch and act like someone that he's not. Like, he's Debo. He's gone hard, and so that's really been about it.
Jalen Hurts doing the tush push, do you say, I would really enjoy the opportunity to do that often, or do you say that looks horrendous?
I mean, I don't care if it looks horrendous. If you're that good at it, I mean, why not? But they've done it. I don't know. They have that chemistry, with the O-line. Obviously, Jalen, how strong he is as a quarterback to be able to get 1 or 2 yards. They're consistent with it. I feel like it's something that they have down as a team. So. They do it really well, but for us, we have our ways with short yardage, and we're slightly different in that. So, but we know that, and we are who we are, so we're sticking to that.